Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is another reading. I just got back from the bookstore. I showed on my other channel that I was knitting a cropped autumn lark sweater, and I just finished knitting it. I might steam it because my birthday's tomorrow, and I was thinking I could wear it for some of the day. It's cotton, but it's color work, and there's the floats on the inside, so I'll see how the weather is, but I wanted to have it at least finished on my birthday. So for this reading, I'm going to say, with the Nine of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, it talks about anxiety of what the future holds. I'm going to say that it's a love reading. We have the Lovers that I didn't show yet, the Empress that I didn't show yet. There are two energies. You don't have to read genders, but I'll show the other cards. And the Wheel of Fortune, I'm also getting it could be investing, and I have talked about that in previous readings too. The Five of Swords came out with the King of Wands. With the King of Wands, I'm getting it more of like the personality of the archetype, where trying to keep high spirits, and the Five of Swords feels like inevitable outcome, like this has to happen, there's no like other way. And that kind of thinking, it might halt progress, but it's also good to have that type of tenacity because there's a persistence with it, and trying to make something happen and putting the heart, like the heart of the lion type of energy into this, where there's no other way but this way. I will say, I've said it in other videos, although you're trying to go in this direction, you can focus it on what you're desiring, but as to how it's going to become that, the universe might have other avenues to get to that. So it's good to also think about that instead of confining it in just a singular type of way. Having a steady pace, but also seeing what obstacles come along the way and how you're able to dominate those areas before you might reach a point where you have to, it's like if you're driving and they're doing construction or a road is closed, it might be that type of obstacle where you might have to find another way of doing something. And that's another way of perceiving it too, because if you're going to fight for something, it's not just physical strength, of course. There's also other aspects of it, like maybe logical things too, and even things that may not seem as logical, but it might be like a spiritual or intuitive or a psychic type of situation where you'll have to see or what could be a good way of taking on this. So I was asking about what is it about, and I got the Empress. The Empress is a strength in itself. There is a strength card in the deck, but the Empress as well as the Emperor, they're counterparts, if you will, and they embody all of the queens or all of the kings. It's interesting for this reading. You do have the kings that show up, and I do feel like there's different sides, like two different energies or people that have that connection. It's interesting on rare occasions that I do get there's a specific energy that does reach my energy, and I'm not saying I'm I'm hiding, but usually in that case you would know how to do it or know the person well enough to reach their energy, and not just lightly. Like, I do get a vision when it pops up. There's something about like the brute strength of the Empress card. And then you have the Lovers that pops up. With the Knight of Cups, this together feels like reviving energy. I feel like the Knight of Cups is associated with one of the kings. I would say the King of Pentacles that I didn't show yet, but with the Lovers and the Knight of Cups, the revival movement, because usually if the kings retire in a way where they're not technically retired, but they're looking over their land and their people, they could be at the castle sitting on a throne. But with the knight goes off and does the things that the knight needs to do. So with the Knight of Cups and the Lovers, I'm getting that there's anxiety of like, if I come back and how I come back, what would have changed, specifically with the Empress and the Knights with the Cups. Emotions will, sorry, oh my god, my voice just cracked. Will they feel the same as they did before? Well, even if things have changed, will we be able to surmount that? There's just heavy questioning. I don't know. I'm just bringing this up randomly too. I've been having a little cat just wander. I'll post it in a separate video because I don't know if it creeps people out when I like film at night, because I don't put the light on or anything, because I don't want to scare off the animals. But it's been around the house recently, so it's kind of been like more obvious, not like so much hiding. So there could be more of a like a reveal of a presence, like if you're trying to make your presence known where the other person is. You have the Four of Wands and the King of Pentacles. The King of Wands and the King of Pentacles have been coming up pretty frequently in the last couple of readings. I would say the King of Pentacles the most. And I feel like with the Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles associated with the Four of Wands, it's funny because I feel like the people around you are trying to give like the pep talks, or trying to even help this person or the lovers, like with whatever they're going through. Because I feel like with the Four of Wands, and their instruments, it's like they're all trying to make the presence known in a way. I forget what the weapon is called. Because like I'm getting like what's in the hands, like it's in their hands. Maybe that's what it is. And then I just pulled out one last card. I think that would be good, because with that you have the divine counterpart, the Emperor, with the Empress. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye.